Sometimes in life, there are doors that we must cross through in order to break through to the next level. This door that you'll be crossing through this week is a test of how original you really are. And the key to getting through that door is authenticity. The reason why we love authentic individuals so much is you could tell when they're sharing things with you, it comes from a real place. In order for you to get through this very powerful week, the most powerful week of this Aries season, all you need is to be authentic. You're going to be tested in a myriad of ways that will really test how much self-esteem you have in your own identity. Sometimes when we feel we're lacking, we feel like we have to overcompensate by adding a little bit to our character that is really just fake. But this season, and especially this week, is going to teach you you don't need to do that. And being yourself is ultimately always going to be the better decision. One major aspect that we will have is the sun conjuncting Uranus at the end of the week. But also, the sun will be squaring Pluto. So, one thing you may think you have to compensate for is the image you give off to the public. Perhaps you may be too radical and it may not be serious enough for those you are trying to reach. And maybe you have to reach out to important people. You may be tempted to sacrifice the integrity of who you really are to accommodate to these authorities. But you must ask yourself, is it authentic to you though? You may feel a little bit outside of your comfort zone because maybe the real you is a bit too much for people. And that may cause you to hold back. But you gotta ask yourself, is it authentic to you though? You may think that your expression is a bit too strong and you need to take a more diplomatic stance. But you gotta ask yourself, is it authentic to you though? Now, believe it or not, it is very possible to balance all these areas of your life and still remain authentic. It's not gonna be easy. It's gonna be seriously challenging, but oh so worth it. But let's talk about Venus. Venus will be exiting out of Pisces this week and entering into Aries, basically releasing a whole bunch of old love drama and lessons and rebirthing them anew. This is going to give you an opportunity to connect in your relationships in wholly new ways that reflect the person you are and the identity that you have reclaimed. You can almost think of it as a new cycle of love too, whether you are single or in a relationship. Either way, you're going to gain a lot of value from really respecting the originality in yourself you have developed. Speaking of value, Mercury will have entered Taurus as well this week, which is going to help you communicate and understand the value of the identity you are developing. As such, this is going to begin to teach you lessons of self-esteem so that you could actually hold yourself with higher regard, as you're going to really gain a great understanding of the work you've been putting in. But let's get back to this sun conjunct Uranus, because that's going to be huge. I don't mean Uranus, I mean the conjunction though. The key to harnessing all this wild and radical energy is not being afraid to be authentically you. You're going to really tap into the most eccentric parts of yourself, and you have to wear that on your sleeve and be okay with expressing that. For example, I love drinking International Delight Coffee Creamer. Some people think it's weird, because it is, but I think it's so tasty. The greatest part of this conjunction is that it will be trining Saturn. So you are going to gain a very clear expression about how your beliefs and what you see and about what you perceive in this reality really influence the actions you take and really inspire you to leap with courage and take actions that you probably would have never thought you'd ever do. In conclusion, the only one who can walk through this door is you. Not through someone else's approval of you, not through someone else's ideas, you, the real you. So take that key of authenticity, get through that door, and be prepared for what you're gonna see on the other side. Peace.